Are you someone who has no idea around the right things to eat to promote weight loss? And when it comes to portion sizes, how much of these right foods should you be eating? So hello everyone, my name is Corinne. I'm the owner and head coach here at CRG NRG Fitness, and we help parents to build strong and healthy bodies so that you can feel confident and comfortable in your own skin and in your own body's abilities to be able to do all the things that you dream of doing. And that is amazing. It's amazing to experience and to witness growth within people. So yes, welcome to today's video, alrighty? So it's all around creating your perfect plate and how to actually portion your meals, alrighty? So excuse me. So what we're going to go through today in the video is some of our core nutritional strategies here at CRG NRG Fitness and it's just a sneak peek and what we help people like our members with when they join us, when they come with us on their journey, and we're supporting them in their journey because we want to make it as easy as possible for you. Alrighty, we want you to be able to make nutritious meals at home that are really easy, really delicious, and really simple and time convenient and time efficient. Alrighty, and that's without you then needing to be on a restrictive diet, without you having to count calories, and without you having to count macros as such as well. And just feeling as if, everything that you put into your mouth is restrictive in that space. Alrighty, now there is a few key things when it comes to nutrition that we want to consider when we're creating our perfect meals. Alrighty, so we want to be thinking about, having a rough idea of the number of the correct amount of calories that we should be consuming. So by all means, this is not an exact number. However, with weight loss, the law of thermodynamics, we actually do, when it comes to weight loss, we do need to be consuming less than our actual output to be able to lose that weight. Now, that's not to say there's not a lot of other factors that influence this, but it is the law of thermodynamics, so it is science, and, at the end of the day, that is a big consideration. Alrighty, now we also want it to be sustainable and to take the guesswork out of everything for you. And we also want it to be enjoyable for you, because when it's enjoyable, you're more likely to stick to the plan. Alrighty, so there's no restrictions here in that sense, alrighty? So yes, we may be reducing some portion sizes, however, we're not restricting ourselves, alrighty? So let's get into how we actually then create and build the perfect plate. Alrighty, and because we want to make nutrition as simple and as easy for you. And as busy parents, we've got enough on our plate, mind the pun, without having to worry about, the exact measurements and everything like that. So one key thing that we use here at CRG NRG Fitness and we recommend is actually using the size of your hand. Alrighty, now your hand is attached to you, so everyone's hand is going to be a different size because everyone's hand is in proportion to their own body. Alrighty, so in the vicinity of, let's talk about for lunches and for dinners, in the vicinity of, we want to basically build a plate, and let me introduce something I made up just earlier. So 50% of our plate here, we want to fill with vegetables and salads. Alrighty, so that's full of fiber, it's full of micronutrients and vitamins, and it's also, going to keep us fuller for longer. Alrighty, now when I say half the plate, I'm not meaning, from the bottom all the way around, and that whole amount has to be, of vegetables and salad. Going back to then using the hand, it is actually then a fistful of vegetables. Alrighty, so it's still a decent amount of veggies in that space. Alrighty, so then we've got a quarter of your plate, so 25% of your plate, or the size of your palm when it comes to a protein source. And when I'm talking protein sources, I'm meaning meat, tofu, eggs, Greek yogurt. They're just a few proteins to give you an idea there. And then the other 25%, so the bottom part here, is made up of healthy carbs and healthy fats. Alrighty, and when it comes to that, when it comes to your hand, you're looking at a cup full. So what you can fit in your hand of healthy carbs, and then a thumb size of healthy fats. Alrighty, so this is what creating your perfect plate looks like. Alrighty, so when it comes to then, a rough guesstimate of calories for this perfect plate, it's usually around 500 calories. So maybe a little bit more or maybe a little bit less. And for most people, we find that this is a really good target for a healthy meal. Alrighty, and if we're doing this consistently over a long period of time, you're going to then see your weight reduce. And you're going to be feeling full and feeling energetic and feeling great in the process. And that is why creating your perfect plate is so, so powerful. Alrighty, so what I thought we'd do as well is just go through and give you some examples, alrighty? So it's going to be really super, super clear for you. Alrighty, so when we then build our perfect plate, so for the veggie sauce, we might have some green vegetables together then with the protein source of a chicken breast, which may be pan-fried or, pan-fried in a little bit of butter or a little bit of olive oil. So we've got our healthy fats there. And then we're going to serve it with a healthy carbohydrate with your brown rice. Alrighty, so we've got the salad or the vegetables, we've got the protein source, and we've got the carbohydrate source together with the healthy fat. Alrighty, and make sure you're seasoning your food as well. By all means, it's not about having plain, untasteful food. Let's season your food. You can use salt, you can use pepper, have some spices, have some fresh herbs on those foods as well. Alrighty, because the more you enjoy this food, then the more you're likely to stick with it. Alrighty, so I've got example number 2. So if we're going to have a salad, let's have maybe some seasoned steak. So salt and pepper seasoned on your steak together with cooking up some air fryer chips. And have some olives then on your salad, which is then your healthy fat. Okay, so again, we've got your carbohydrate source, we've got your vegetable source, and we've got your protein source. Another option for you is let's have some grilled fish. And, put some lemon pepper perhaps on your grilled fish as a seasoning. Serve that with salad, and then serve that with some, perhaps some sweet potato, or again, some, air fried or some, oven fries that you can put into the oven. So you've got a version of fish and chips straight away. Alrighty. Number 4 option. How about creating a bit of a Mexican bowl type situation? So you've got your lettuce, your capsicum, and your tomato as your veggie sauce. Then we've got some seasoned beef mince. And then we're serving it up with either some white rice or some, plain corn chips. Maybe with a sprinkle of cheese. You can do then a deconstructed taco or nacho type style there. Maybe put on a little bit of salsa and avocado on top. So make these meals exciting for you, alrighty? Because as I mentioned before, the more tasteful or the more, visual is a big effect on, the human brain, the sight as well. So if you're going to make your meals, make them visually appealing for you. You're more likely to enjoy the meal if you like what you see. Alrighty, so that's a big tip there as well. And I think you can all agree with me that if someone served you up something that doesn't look appealing to you, already within your mind, you're kind of saying, oh, that doesn't look too good. You already are deciding that it's not going to taste good before you've even tried it. So that's, the signals that's going from your eyes to your brain already. So if we're making our food look good, imagine we're going to want to dig in, pretty quick. Now, when you're doing your or you're cooking, try and choose then the healthier options with your cooking as well. So things like baking your food, grilled food, pan frying is quite okay. And this is not to say you can't cook your food in any other way. However, if your goal is weight loss, we want to be able to set you up for success in the best way that we can. Alrighty. So if you are pan frying, food, just look at the amounts of either butter, or oils that you're using within your pan. Alrighty. So remember as well, if you're then adding extra sauces on top of your food, you're then adding extra calories. So as I quickly mentioned before, look at things like fresh herbs, chili, things that you can then sprinkle on top. Salt and pepper is an awesome seasoning in that space as well. Alrighty, so use the seasonings to spice up your food, so to speak. Alrighty, and these foods and these examples that I've given are really, simple, they're delicious, and they're really easy to make as well. So you can even get your family involved in helping to make the meals too. And your family and your kids are going to enjoy these meals. Alrighty, so, and if you're able to cook in bulk, so making, a cooking day, maybe, a Sunday and then a Wednesday, or a Sunday and a Tuesday, then a Friday. So try and, the more you can cook in bulk, then the more time you're going to be able to save throughout the week as well. Alrighty, so I would recommend meal prepping, and especially when it comes to weight loss, you've got your food there ready to go. Alrighty, and then you can just either pull it straight from the fridge or pull it out from the freezer, and take it with you to work for lunches, or, pull it out of the freezer if you need it then for that night, in the morning for then that night's dinner. You just find yourself just saving as much time as possible, pretty much. Alrighty. And so when it comes to lunches, let's say, for example, if you're a sandwich or a wrap type of person, you really enjoy sandwiches or wraps for lunch. So look at then, again, a palm size amount of, let's say, turkey, and then put it together with some avocado within a whole grain bread sandwich or a whole grain bread wrap, and then serve it with a big pile of greens on the side. Alrighty, so I feel when people have sandwiches or have wraps, they don't quite fill it with enough protein within that sandwich or within that wrap to actually really help to keep them feeling full. We'll usually see just one slice of meat or something within that sandwich, whether it be ham or, something they might have gotten from the service deli at, Coles or whatever. So try and have, keep to those sizes of your hand when it comes to your protein source in that space. Alrighty. And when it comes to then your breads and your wraps, just be, conscious of the choices that you're making there as well. So opt for those, those whole grain, those whole wheat, unless of course you're gluten-free, varieties, or the sourdoughs or the rye breads. They're going to be more nutritional or have a higher nutritional value for you than your white varieties as such. Alrighty, so another option for lunches then, if you're not a sandwich or a wrap type of person, create like a salad bowl. So have a big bowl of salad and then pop, your protein source on top. If you like olives, pop some olives in there. If you like avocado, pop some avocado in there. They're your healthy fat sources. If you're not someone that enjoys those foods, then for your fat source, you can drizzle over some olive oil and pop that together with some balsamic vinegar. That's super yummy over a salad. And you're then getting your healthy fat source within that meal as well. Alrighty. So remember, there's so many options of these perfect plates that we can create. you know, the ideas, the creativity is endless here. You know, and another example, some steamed broccoli and beans, and we can put that together with some crispy skin salmon. So we've cooked that salmon in, say, some olive oil or some butter to get that crispy skin, and then we're serving it with maybe some sweet potato or some white rice on the side. So again, we've got your vegetables, we've got your protein source, and we've got your carbohydrate source. Alrighty, so remember we can, you know, swap in or substitute protein for proteins. There's so many varieties and so many different options that you can have. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. It's great to see you on. You know, so remember, if your portions are then looking like this, when it comes to plating up your food, you're going to be, you're putting yourself in the best possible place to actually, you know, lose the weight that you're wanting to lose. And you're going to be eating a variety of foods that you're choosing yourself and you're loving. You're eating healthy foods and it's really effective, and you're really building up your energy levels in that space as well. Alrighty, so the cool thing then is around creating your plate is the substitutions, and you can also play around with this. So if you're someone that prefers to not eat, you know, a whole lot of carbohydrates because they don't sit well in your gut, you know, perhaps you have some inflammation through your gut and, you know, you can't eat certain things. So then just try swapping out, you know, some of the rice or some of the pasta. Pop in some avocado in that place. So if we're then thinking about the Mexican bowl, you know, you can trade the rice for then the avocado and the salsa while keeping the beef mince and the lettuce, the capsicum and the tomato all the same. Excuse me. So it's just a different version of the perfect plate, and it still works great in that space. Alrighty. So the idea here is to use the perfect plate as more of a framework, a model. Okay, so if you start thinking about creating your perfect plate and using this as your layout and thinking then of the vegetable source, the protein source and the carbohydrate source and the healthy fat source, you know, you're going to then create this meal that has a wide variety of a balanced nutritional diet. Alrighty, all the while losing weight. So it sounds like a win-win situation to me. So when you join the team here at CRG NRG Fitness, we'll provide you with nutritional information around creating the perfect plate. So it's actually a nutritional meal ebook in that space, together with recipe books that contain loads and loads of options for you. So we take the thinking out of it for you. Alrighty, and it's all in a step-by-step follow plan, or a follow step-by-step plan. That didn't sound too good then. It sounded a bit weird. Alrighty, so it makes it super, super easy for you. Alrighty, so I want you to consider now, you know, after just listening to this, how can you start to introduce this concept into your everyday meals? Alrighty, so what are you going to have for dinner tonight that's going to use this concept? I'd love to know. So pop in the comments below what's on the menu for dinner tonight. Alrighty, what type of veggies are you going to eat? What type of protein source are you going to have? You know, and consider, is this something that I can cook in bulk so I can have for dinner tonight as well as then having for lunch tomorrow? Or if you're someone that doesn't like to eat the same thing, you know, really close in succession, then save it for the next day's lunch. Alrighty, so you're still then getting some variety day to day. Alrighty. So there we go, guys. That is all about creating your perfect plate, all while watching and being really conscious about your portion sizes. Alrighty, so I hope you found some value in today's video. Please hit the heart button or give me a thumbs up. That just helps my video reach more people and more people that need the help. Because at the end of the day, the easier we can make it for you, for me, for everybody, that I think the happier that we're all going to be. Alrighty, guys, I hope you have the best day. See you next time. Bye.